All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It is week 5, and you might actually be surprised by what happened last week. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I actually gained 3 pounds. And I kind of went back and forth on whether I wanted to share that because honestly, it feels embarrassing, right? Like you're doing this challenge, you're letting the whole world see what you're doing. And you have a week that you fail. And it just made me feel like, not necessarily giving up because I'm not someone like that, but like, should I even share that I had this particular challenge? And I realized that it is so important that we're vulnerable with each other, that we're honest with each other, because this is something we all face. Like, weight loss isn't always perfect. It's not going to always go our way 100%. And so with that said, I'm going into this new week, not defeated, but with a new strategy. Okay, so first of all, if you're new here to my channel, I want to just preface, it's so important that you go back and you watch this series from week 1. And the reason I say that is because this is a journey, and you need to see how I started off, the things that I was doing, and then I want you to watch week 4 and see, do you notice anything that you think would have caused me to gain weight? Anything you want to share with me? And I think it's important to see the whole journey because I want you guys to know like what I'm actually doing, what these videos are all about. They'll just make more sense. So I want to encourage you, go back to week 1, start from there, and then come back to this video. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to actually walk you through what I think happened and more importantly, what I'm going to change this week. So here I am, day 1 in week 5, and I'm feeling pumped. I have decided that this week I'm going to start fasting because the weekends I eat a lot more calories and I end up, splurging a little bit more. Those are the times where we might go out to dinner or, I might have an alcoholic beverage. I feel like resetting the week with the first day fasting is gonna work. And so we're gonna see, like I said, we're switching things up this week. We're gonna see what we can adjust and what we can change. So I'm really, really excited about that. So I've got my black cup of coffee. I'm starting work at 7:30. Plans for today is I'm going to walk on my lunch. And then this evening I have dress rehearsal for our Women's Day music ministry service. And so I will be busy doing that. So the great thing is it's going to be a busy day. And if you watched week 4, I mentioned on my last day, which was yesterday, that I was not feeling well at all. Like yesterday, I just had the worst stomach ache. I just was not doing good. I think I ate I didn't eat breakfast, and for lunch I had a couple slices of a margarita pizza, and then for dinner I had like a little bowl of some pasta I made my husband, and that's all I ate yesterday. I just wasn't too hungry. And so I'm going into today just feeling positive. I don't feel hungry. I feel ready to just give my body a break and start this week out strong. So let's get going with week 5. I'm so excited that you're here. Please subscribe and like, and let's get going. All right, guys, so I'm at lunch. I am going on a walk. It is a beautiful day. It's probably like 80, I think the high is supposed to be 84. So it's perfect. Hi, buddy. Can you guys see my Liam? I was trying to zoom in, but he's laying down way back there. Bye. He probably doesn't want to go for a walk. He's the lazy cat out of all of them. So yeah, I'm going to hit a mile right now, maybe 2 miles, depending on how long it takes me. I'm going to try to walk fast. And then I'm going to sit down and play the piano. I am learning how to play the piano, so I'm going to spend 30 minutes doing that. And that's gonna be my lunch. Trying to keep myself busy so I don't think about how hungry I am. I'm at that like 21 hours fasted right now, so I'm like hungry. Well, technically, hi, sweetie. Come here. It's less hours because I did have a cup of coffee like late yesterday with some creamer. So technically I wasn't fasting, but I haven't eaten since 3 o'clock yesterday. Hi, pretty girl. There's a stray cat that I tried to get her to pay attention to me, and she usually doesn't, but she's looking at me. She's cute. All right, I'll check in with you guys later.
Take a train ride just to see you. Ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you. 'Cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone.
Hey guys, so it's day 2 and I totally forgot to film this morning because I was in a hurry to make my breakfast and get to that job fair. So you guys saw I fasted for like 40 hours. So I was hungry. I had a migraine. I woke up with a migraine. So I broke my fast with some protein. I had 2 pieces of sausage and some scrambled eggs. And now I'm back home from the job fair. And I actually just made some homemade guacamole. Let me show you guys. Here's some homemade guacamole. I'm gonna have a little bit of that with some chips, and then I'm gonna have a low carb tortilla with the refried beans I made the other day, homemade. So that is going to be my lunch. I'll show you guys when I'm done making it. Here's my burrito, yummy. I'm just gonna have like 5 or 6 chips. Hi guys, I'm on my walk. So that is it for today. I'm not hungry. I have 300 calories left, but after that burrito and the chips and guacamole, I am definitely good. And again, I'm listening to my body. I feel like if I can have a day where I feel okay and I don't feel hungry, even if I ate under the calories I should have, then I'm going to take advantage of those days, because there are going to be days that I am hungry and I want to go over. So that's going to wrap up day 2. So pretty much what I ate today, I'll do a screenshot of everything. But I had the sausage and eggs. I broke my fast with that. And then I had some coffee without creamer, but I just had a little bit of milk, a splash of milk and some cinnamon. And then I didn't even finish it because I got to the job fair. And so I pretty much just drank half of it. And then someone we ran into at the job fair that we know left and then came back and brought us Starbucks. So she brought me like an iced vanilla latte. And so it was like a venti. It was huge. So I drank like this much because I felt bad that she just went and got it for us just to say thank you. So I had that. And then I came home for lunch. And you guys saw I made guacamole, had some chips, and had a bean and cheese burrito with a low carb tortilla. And I'm like, I'm fine. And it's 7 o'clock at night. Like, there's no reason to be eating this late. Plus, I struggle with acid reflux. So if I eat too close to bedtime, I always regret it. So calling it a day. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the same thing, I think, for breakfast. Because I did some research on my atrial fibrillation. So I've been noticing when I fast, my AFib kicks into like full gear. And then I also noticed it, like we almost called 911 the other night. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. It was bad. And then that happened after I had been fasting, and then I ate. So I noticed that it happened again today as soon as I ate. So I went into ChatGPT and I told it like, hey, I have atrial fibrillation. This happens to me, and that seems to be like the time I experience it the most. Basically what it said is that because when you're fasting, your body lacks electrolytes. That's what helps your heart stay in rhythm. And so I'm thinking about starting on the days that I'm fasting, taking Element because of my heart condition. And it also talked about, chat also told me that I should let my doctor know that I'm fasting and make sure that that's okay for me with my atrial fibrillation. So I did have surgery to fix it, but I still have it time and again. It doesn't always work 100%. So that's a huge thing. So I'm noticing it a lot when I fast, and it's a little scary. So I do got to be careful, but I think if I do take electrolytes on my fast days, then I'll be okay. And then it said that the reason why I get it right after I fast and I eat is because digestion regulates the heart as well. So when you haven't been eating for 24 to 48 hours, your body's not, you know, in high, like you have no insulin spike. There's not a lot of digestion going on. And so once you do that, it causes your heart to go into atrial fibrillation quickly. So I know that was a mouthful, but thought I would share that with you guys. So if any of you ever experienced that, because I didn't know I had AFib. I just, for years, I would get palpitations that would happen, and they were so scary, and I kept telling the doctor something is wrong, and Kaiser kept telling me there's nothing wrong with me. They put heart monitors on me, nothing. My son was diagnosed with AFib, and then his doctor told him, like, hey, this is hereditary. Does anybody in your family have it? And he goes, well, my mom has the same issues, but they say nothing's wrong with her. And he's like, your mom's got to push the doctors. So this is a crazy story, you guys. Kaiser kept telling me I didn't have it. Like, they laughed at me. The cardiologist looked at me like I was crazy, and she's like, no, you don't have it. And one day, you guys, and I know this was God because I had been praying about it for weeks. It was late at night. I had been fasting, so that's what made me think about this. I had been having the heart palpitations all day long. Like, they were just like constantly coming. I was out shopping with my daughter-in-law, and my son, just FYI, was an EMT at the time. So he was driving an ambulance, and all that good stuff. So I had reached out to him around 10 p.m. and I was like, hey, like, my heart rate is, you know, all over the place. And he's like, well, just keep an eye on it. And then worst case scenario is like, just call 911 if you have an issue. And I'm like, yeah, but what if they get here and there's nothing wrong with me? And my son was just like, Mom, just do it. It's, you know, they'll come, and I live right by a fire station. So anyways, let me try to make this long story short. I have an Apple Watch, and I went to sleep like around, after I texted him, I went to bed, and then I woke up at like 11:15 because my heart was in AFib, and it woke me up. And I want you guys to, like, imagine this. I'm asleep, and so I wake up and my watch is telling me that I'm in atrial fibrillation. It's like warning me, and it's saying my heart rate is 180 beats a minute, and I was asleep. So not only do I have atrial fibrillation, but I have it with a fast heartbeat, which is rare. Usually if you just have atrial fibrillation, if you don't know what that is, that's just an irregular heartbeat. So it doesn't go in like a rhythm. It's like the rhythm's all over the place. But in addition, I have AFib with a fast heart rate. So I could have had a stroke, and it was racing. So I woke up my husband. I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad. I'm scared. I was crying. I was like, I'm so scared. Like, my watch is telling me I'm in AFib. And so we called 911, called my son too. And they came, because the fire department's nearby. And they looked at because your watch connects to your phone. So they looked at my phone, and they're like, oh yeah, like, you definitely were having AFib. So they're like, we're going to take you to the hospital. The AFib was gone at that point because they checked me. By the time they got to me, it had gone away, because atrial fibrillation does that. It stabilizes and you're okay. So I go to the hospital. They check me. They're like, you're fine, but follow up with your cardiologist. So I did. And this time when I called Kaiser, I said, I don't want the same cardiologist. I was insistent that they get me somebody else. And so they did. And he was the nicest man. I was so grateful for him because he actually cared. He gathered the information. He listened to what I shared with him about my son. And he was like, and he looked at my phone. He's like, well, yeah, that's AFib for sure. And he's like, let me refer you to a specialist because you might want to have a cardiac ablation to fix it, which is what my son had. So he goes, but see if you can dig in your family and see if you can find anybody outside of your child that has this. And my dad died when I was young, so I don't really talk to that side of my family. And everybody on my mom's side, nobody has it. So then I texted my uncle, my dad's half brother, and I was like, hey, Uncle Bill, just wanted to reach out because my son and I, we have issues with our heart, and I just wanted to know if it runs in outside of the family. And then right away he texted back within like 5 minutes. And mind you, I hadn't talked to him in years. And he was like, yeah, I have AFib, and I've had it since I was 20 years old. And he named off other family members that have it. And so I just felt so vindicated. Like after, makes me want to cry, 20 years, you guys. 20 years of telling Kaiser something was wrong. And it was all because of my watch. And I'm so grateful. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, get an Apple Watch if you have any heart conditions, because it will tell you. And that's how I was diagnosed. So had I not had that episode, I know it was totally God, because I've been praying that we could figure out what was wrong with me. So once that happened, I had the surgery and I don't have much issues with it anymore. I just notice periodically, like if I'm fasting, I'll have episodes. So I probably shouldn't be. I guess that's what it comes down to. I probably should talk to my doctor. Even ChatGPT was like, you might want to change your fasting schedule to 16/8 instead, and then just stay within the 1200 calories. So I don't know. We'll see. I need to be careful though, because the other night it was pretty aggressive, like it was a few years back when I was diagnosed, and I got a little scared, and my husband was like panicked because he didn't want to leave me home alone because he had to go somewhere. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you guys. Learn a little bit about what's going on with my health. So let me just say, I have major issues. I struggle with my weight. I have a heart condition, and I'm going through menopause. What else could there be? But I am grateful for my life. I have an amazing life, amazing home. I live in California. It's beautiful here, although I hope to be in Washington one day. I have amazing kids, and I'm loving being an empty nester. It is like the best. So I will stop rambling. This is the longest part of the video. I apologize, but thought it would be maybe interesting information for you guys to know. So the moral of the story is, even if you don't have a heart condition, if you have anything, you know your body, you know something's wrong, you've got to be your advocate. You got to push your doctors to look into whatever it is. Because had I not invested in this watch, and that's why I got it. My son told me to get the watch. He told me that it helped him figure out what was wrong with him. So I finally caught it. So that's all, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. So the plan for tomorrow is the same breakfast, and then I have a client lunch. And I'm going to get fajitas, I think. When I had ChatGPT look at their menu and tell me like what's the lowest calorie, item that I could get, it encouraged me to eat the fajita. So that sounds good to me. Without the rice and beans. So just the meat and vegetables. And then probably, obviously it's a Mexican restaurant, some chips and salsa. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good night.
Run away from home, why don't you? 'Cause I did the same just for you.
Hi guys, good morning. It is Wednesday. I'm feeling very springy today. I decided to go with pink. I'm on my way into the office. I ended up not making any eggs because I really wanted to sit outside and read my Bible for a while. I just was cutting it close on time, and the sausage I could throw in the air fryer, which I did. So I just ate 3 pieces of sausage, breaking my fast with high protein, which is what ChatGPT recommends for someone with AFib. So to not break your fast with high carbs that spike insulin. So there you have it. So heading into the office, gonna have fajitas for lunch. I'll show you guys where we end up going. It's a really great place in California. There's a few of them. So if you live here, it's called Luna Mexican Grill. It's like a high-end Mexican restaurant. So it's chef's kiss. We'll see you guys later.
You don't know how much I love you. 'Cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone.
Hi, good morning, guys. I know I didn't film or really talk much yesterday. I don't think you guys probably care. I was at work in the office, but I'm home today. But that particular restaurant, it didn't have their calories on their menu. So you guys saw that salad. There really wasn't much on it, to be honest with you. I didn't even finish it. It was okay. It was like a fancy Mexican place. So I'm like, why was this salad so skimpy? The steak was good the first couple bites, but it was so rare. Like I like my steak medium rare, but this was like rare. And so I didn't finish the steak, but I did eat a lot of chips and salsa. So, but that was all I ate yesterday. So, even though I have no idea how many calories I ate, there's no way that what I ate yesterday was 1,200 calories. Oh, I did eat one more time. I had a snack in the afternoon. I had a bag of mini popcorn, which I think was 200 calories. I didn't add any butter or anything to it. So my guess, just based on how much of I ate of that, I ate like maybe 1/4 of the steak, and it was probably like a 6 or 7 ounce steak. So I probably ate like 4 ounces. So I could probably figure out what that is. But the salad was like barely anything. It was like a bunch of chopped iceberg and a little bit of black beans on the bottom, some tomatoes, a few slices of avocado. So I might try to just do a makeshift just by putting those random things in separately to kind of get an idea of my calorie intake. But I don't think it's that serious. Like, honestly, I'm probably just not going to worry about it and then just go back to tracking today. So that's the hard part about my client lunches, is that if the restaurant doesn't have the calories, it's really hard to know. So, but I'm feeling good this week. You guys will see I weighed myself a lot more. I wanted you guys to see like the traction throughout the week, each day. So it's working what I'm doing this week. I think cutting out the creamer in my coffee probably has made a difference. Even though I miss my coffee so much. I'm about to have some black coffee right now and I'm like, boring. But I need to lose weight more than I need that. So, like I'm just not at a good place. Like even my BMI is super high. And, with my heart condition, I gotta work on my weight. My doctor told me. So that's my goal. If I can get down to, even if I could get down to 150 from where I'm at right now, I'll be fine. Like, obviously my ideal weight is 140 to 145, but even if I can get to 150, I'll be fine with that. So that's my goal. But today looks like, I have a lot of leftover Korean beef bowl that I made for my husband the other night. So I think I'm just going to eat that. I'm going to grill up some veggies with that and have some white rice. Just have a nice, higher calorie lunch, fill myself up pretty good. And this morning, I've really been enjoying the sausage and the eggs. And that's what Chat's encouraging me to do, is have high protein, to help me with my heart issues. So that's going to be today. When I'm at home, I get a lot more walking in. I started learning to play the piano, so I'd love to show you guys a clip of that. That'll be fun. And keep in mind, I just started playing in December. So I'm excited to show you guys how far I've come. So I'll show you guys that later on today. All right, see you guys in just a bit. All right, guys, so I said I was going to have my leftover Korean beef bowl with veggies, but as you guys saw, we just went to La Tapatia. That is our favorite Mexican restaurant nearby, and my father-in-law always wants me to take him there on Thursdays when I'm working from home, and he buys lunch. So I got that and the salad that you guys just saw. I mean, the beef I already had here at home, but I just got that salad. That is my favorite Caesar salad, and I figured instead of making veggies, I could just eat the salad with it. And then I got these like pickled onions and carrots. They're so good. So for my workout today, I'm gonna switch it up a bit. So I didn't have time to walk on my lunch, which I try to do when I'm working from home. But because we went to the restaurant, I didn't have time. So it's hot today. I thought I'd do some laps in the pool. So I'll record me doing that. Swimming is such good exercise and I love it. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm still going to walk like after work. So what I'll probably do is go on a mile walk, get nice and hot. And then there's lots of flies because it's hot. And then go jump in the pool and do some laps. So that's my plan. And then, like I told you guys, tonight I'll show you a little bit of my piano. And that'll be fun. So I will see you guys when it's workout time. I'm on the bike. And I forgot to grab my camera. That's why I'm recording on my iPad. Dude, it is hot. I feel like I'm hotter on my bike than I am when I go on a walk out in that heat. So I have about 14 more minutes on the bike, and then I'm gonna hit the pool. So I just got here to the pool. I'm hoping it's not too cold. Hey, Boots! My cats follow me to the pool, so we're just saying. But I'm going to dip my feet in. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's cold, but it's doable. So we're going for it. So I do the whole thing. I've got my thing, my goggles. I've done a few triathlons, so I love swimming. It's one of my favorite things, so swimming is really easy for me. So I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse because I'm gonna be swimming for at least 15 minutes.
Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck.
Morning, everyone. It's Friday, day 5, and just got a chance to jump on here. It was kind of a busy morning. My husband's home on Fridays, so that's when we're like doing errands and stuff, laundry. So the morning started off busy. I'm heading out to my client lunch. So you guys saw I just had another 1/3 of my burrito that I got from yesterday. That was my breakfast with some coffee. And this time I just had a latte with a little bit of milk. So that was good. And I'm heading out to this lunch. It is like just kind of a little hole-in-the-wall cafe. So not sure what I'm going to get. If I'm going to get a salad or I'm going to get a sandwich. But I'm not too worried about it. I don't eat dinner, so this is really going to be my main meal. So we'll see. Yeah, I'll take you guys with me. We're going to the Corona Airport Cafe. So that's where the client wanted to go, which is odd. I'm like, but I think it's just because it's the closest thing to their office. And then tonight I'll be making dinner for my husband, but oops, I probably won't eat any of it. And I haven't thought about my workout yet. I need to start working out with my weights, so I might just do like a weight workout in the garage. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'll let you guys know when the evening comes, because usually Fridays I'm like toast from the week. It's always, my job is very mentally draining, so by the end of the week I'm usually like done. So we'll see how I'm feeling.
Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today and not tomorrow.
Guys, I'm out on my evening walk. So you guys saw my lunch. I had a sandwich with a side salad. And that's pretty much gonna be my only meal for the rest of the day. Not sure what the calories are on that. I'm gonna see if ChatGPT will tell me, because it wasn't on their menu. I noticed they've taken it off most of the menus these days, but I guess you can ask them to give it to you, and they're supposed to, but I'm just gonna see if ChatGPT can figure it out. So that's it for today. I'm just gonna get my walking in and might do some weights later in my room and some stretching. But that is gonna be it for today. I have a busy day tomorrow. I have not a funeral, but like a memorial. Come on, Boots. I'm gonna go get my nose pierced. That's pretty much it. But I don't know what kind of food they're gonna have at the memorial, so I'm guessing it's gonna be snacking food. So I'm gonna try to not have like a heavy breakfast, so that way I can really enjoy the food there. I'm just gonna wait for my cats, but they're going to the bathroom. They're gonna take too long, so I'm just gonna keep walking. I'll let you guys know if I end up doing weights later. Well, hello everyone. Good morning. So, so far this morning I just had coffee with a little bit of milk and sugar, like what I've been doing this week, the last few days. But I haven't eaten anything. I had a feeling I'm just not hungry first thing in the morning. So if I'm not starving, I just decided I would wait until I get to this event. That way I can like not worry about what I'm eating. So I don't know how much video I'm going to be able to take. I'll try to get a few snippets, but I want to also be considerate because it is a memorial. So I might not show you guys anything. I might just kind of tell you guys what I snacked on, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I'll get the feel for the room and let you guys know. But I have a long drive. It's going to take like 45 minutes, so I am going to get heading out. Hello. Back home, we just finished dinner. So I made this, it's like this easy pasta dish. I made it last week, I think. It's super easy. It's just peas and pasta and Parmesan cheese. It's supposed to be made with pancetta, but I actually Forgot to buy that. So, but I just had a little bowl, as you guys could saw. I wasn't super hungry. I ate that whole like plate at the memorial. But it was just like a little bit of everything. So it wasn't super heavy or anything, which was good. And now I'm hitting the streets. I'm gonna get my 2 miles in, and then I'm gonna be baking some homemade cookies for my husband and my father-in-law. I might have one, so we'll see. And then I'm gonna edit my video, and then that will be it for today. Hey, Sammy. And then, hi, buddy. And then tomorrow I have church. Hi, Buster. Hi. Let me turn my camera around. Hold on. And there's my cat. He's not too happy about his socks. It's okay, baby. It's okay. You stay there. They're probably going to follow me on my walk. Come on. Let's go. I usually don't like to take them with me because they hold me back because I walk fast and they walk slow, and then I want to keep stopping for them, which I think is a waste of time. Anywho, tomorrow's day 7 of week 5. I can't believe I've been doing this for 5 weeks already. Time flies. But this week I definitely saw, because I've been weighing in every day. What I've been doing this week is working, so I'm going to keep that going next week. I think I'm going to stick with the same schedule. I'm going to fast on Monday. My God, there's the weirdest... Okay, I got to show you guys the weirdest looking bugs. Hold on. Okay, look it. They're like attached to each other, and then they're like everywhere. Look. Like I'm walking and they're everywhere. What in the world is that? Wow, they're everywhere. I don't know what in the world those are. And they're only in this one area by this corner house. I don't see them anywhere else. That is so strange. But that's gonna be it for today, you guys. I'm not gonna film anything else, bore you guys to death. I'm just gonna go on my walks, and that'll be it. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. It's the last day of week 5. I cannot even believe it. It's been a journey, I'll tell you what. Oh my gosh. 5 weeks, only 6 pounds total. I'm like 1 pound a week maybe, but that's very healthy. So I feel good about that. But anyhow, I'm at church. I had to be here early because we're having like a Women's Day service and I was singing. So we're done practicing. So I thought I would just get out, go on a little walk, jump on here, say good morning, and then for the rest of the day, we're just gonna run some errands. I don't know, we were supposed to go out to eat last night and we didn't. I just made some pasta at home, so I don't know if we'll go out tonight. I kind of just feel like I was gonna fast on Monday, and then I remember I have a client lunch tomorrow, so I can't. So I'm actually thinking about maybe having a nice big lunch and then fasting until lunch tomorrow. That's a thought. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I will let you guys know when I get home from church, depending on how hungry I am. Look at this guy. He's so cute. Look at him jumping. I wonder if he can't fly, if something's wrong with his wing. Oh, poor guy. I think he's trying to fly. Okay, I'm out for my evening walk. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up week 5. So I lost 2.6 pounds. So week 4, gained 3 pounds. Week 5, dropped back down to 2.6 pounds. So I think I just had an off week last week. Looking forward to this new week to see if I can get under 160. That is the goal. So I plan on ending the week with a 36-hour fast, and that should get me where I need to be. So if you are new here, thank you so much for watching to the end. I appreciate it. I hope you subscribe, like this video, and I will see you guys in week 6. Bye.